Okay, we're at Mikvaot, Perek Aleph, Mishnah Gimel. Third Mishnah in the first chapter of Masechet Mikvaot. We're talking about the Mei Gevaim. Let's recall, right? Mei Gevaim is an indentation, a place that's dug in the ground where water has sort of flowed into it. It's called Mayim She'einam She'uvim. Remember, She'uvim is drawn water. This is not drawn water, naturally flowing water, but it's less than 40 sa'ah. So the water in it can be, you can put tuma water can become tameh once that water is separated from the tameh water is separated. So we're always afraid if a person drinks from it and he's tameh, he's got that last drop of spit or whatever. So we learned that's true for a person. We learned that's true from a kli. And now it says the Mishnah. Naflu mayim tmeim. Let's say tameh water actual tameh water falls into this Mei Gevaim. Vishata tahor, and a tahor person drinks from it. He leans down and drinks into it. Tameh, he's tameh. Again, for the same reason that we learned before, and now the Bartur just says, now we're learning Mei Gevaim alalu mekablim tuma, that these waters can be kabel tuma. Aydei mashkim tmeim shenafluba. So we learned from a kli, we learned a person. Now we're looking at water itself. Naflu mayim tmeim, tameh, water falls in there. Umilei bikli tahor, and you filled it with a kli that's tahor. That kli is now tameh. Naflu mayim tmeim. Now, if water that's tameh falls, v'nafal kikar shel truma, exactly the same as the first two Mishnah, and a truma loaf, kikar is a loaf, falls in. Says the Mishnah, im hidiach tameh. If you wash it out, it's tameh. V'im lo hidiach tahor. And if you didn't wash it off, it's tahor. Remember, because we said the reason, according to this opinion, we're going to see in a second that Rabbi Shimon disagrees. According to this opinion, when you wash it off, you're machshiv. You give significance to the water that's in or on the loaf. And therefore, once you give significance to it, it's separated, and we're afraid that drop of tameh water is on it, and then the whole thing becomes tameh. But if you don't wash it, then you don't care, and therefore that water is insignificant, and it's batel. Rabbi Shimon Omer, says Rabbi Shimon, one second, ben diach, ben shelo diach, tameh. I don't care whether you washed it or not. The whole achshavei thing, like if you thought about it, you were like, well, I don't really understand that. Said Rabbi Shimon, I'm with you. What difference does it make whether you washed it off or not? Nonetheless, the water is tameh. It says the Bar Tanura, Akulu kai Rabbi Shimon. Remember, we had three cases. The case where a tameh drank from the water, a tameh kli, and now we have tameh water. So Rabbi Shimon argues on all of them. Bein atuma ba machmat adam, whether it's because of a person or a kli or liquid. Bekulu svirle, and all of them, Rabbi Shimon, his opinion is bein idiach ben shelo idiach tameh akikar. Whether you washed it or not, the loaf is tameh. V'tama de Rabbi Shimon. What's the reason? Shani Omer, I say, shetipata mayim tmeim shenaflu mipiyat tameh, because this drop of water that's tameh that fell from whatever, lebasov shenaflu kol hamayim nishtayira hatipa hahi al kikar. Maybe if we're worried about that, who cares? I don't subscribe to the achshavei. You made it, whether it's significant and batel or not. If that drop of tameh water, if we're afraid about it, we're afraid about it. So whether you washed it off or not, nonetheless, says Rabbi Shimon, that kikar truma is tameh. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rab Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.